This week's Just One Quilt story is a very special one that I'm really happy to share with you. So I'm here with Alice and Anna and the Alice Caroline Quilt SOS project.
So next week we're going out to Latvia with all of these quilts here and plus lots of others. And so we run a charity project called Quilt SOS at Alice Caroline. We choose a different country every year, normally in Eastern Europe, to take quilts out for all of the children in an orphanage, which is run by the charity SOS Children's Villages. It's a fantastic charity. We've taken over 200 quilts so far, and we've got another 65 to take out this year. So it's a really exciting project. All of the quilts that you see here are all made in beautiful Liberty fabric by our customers at Alice Caroline. So much time and work and effort has gone into making them, and for that we are so grateful to people.
So we get super excited when the quilts come in, and some of them have a really vintage collection. So this one's a gorgeous old colourway of field flowers, Strawberry Thief, a really old Poppy and Daisy, which I have in fact that colourway in a skirt that my granny used to wear. This one, which they recoloured for the quilt cottons, called Mammy, a vintage colourway of Meadow, lots of beautiful ones. And we take them out, so we parcel up all the quilts when we receive them in, and we take them to the village. So we've been to Romania, Poland, Lithuania, and this year we're going to Latvia. And we take them to the village, and they're very protective of the children. They look after children. They don't normally allow visitors, and the children's privacy is a priority. We laid out all the quilts, and then the children come a house at a time and choose their own quilts, and we just let them choose. And some children spend ages, trying to choose, deciding they really like that one, no, they like that one, and other kids just come in, run in and grab one and go. And so it's a really fun experience.
Why are quilts important as objects then, do you think?
I think they're very personal, so they're made, and that we know the people that are making them with the child in mind. They don't know the child, but there is a connection between the maker and the child, and sometimes the makers write a personal note to the child. So this one says, "My name is Ellie, I am 10 years old, my mum is called Rachel. She loves sewing and makes lots of quilts. She always says that quilts are made of love. This makes me feel warm and safe. I am learning to sew. Mum thought making a quilt would be a good way to practice, so we decided to make a quilt together to send to you. We hope you enjoy your quilt and always remember it was made with love just for you. Lots of love, Ellie and Rachel," which is so sweet. A quilt is something you'll keep forever, and it keeps you warm on your bed, and you can snuggle up, on a sofa wrapping. It's a really lovely, personal, kind of warming, snuggly, comforting item, really.
These were all made by the Dulwich quilters. One of their members sadly died, but had an enormous fabric stash. She was called Sheila Conway, and so one of their members, Jenni Strong, joined together with all of the Dulwich quilters to use Sheila's fabric stash to make us 7 quilts, which when they came in, oh, that's so amazing. It's wonderful to hear these stories.
And some of the homes have more possessions than others, and some are really quite plain, and they have nothing apart from the quilt that's going to be on their bed. And stories of the people who make them are also quite touching, and a lot of people, they put a lot of obviously time and effort goes into making a quilt, and some people it's helped them get through bereavements, or we had one lady, the first who was an orphan herself, and she just really wanted to make something for another child who was an orphan.
Well, it's fantastic because we've got to know lots of different people through this project in a really special way, and this quilt was made by the Lewis Sewing Bees, and it's just so beautiful. They've used quilting cottons, and they've made a sort of a village, a Liberty village, and the detail in it is just, it's so lovely. The hot air balloons and little birds all made out of Tana on the quilt, and they join together in their group every Friday, over coffee, cake and sewing, and they get together and they just really enjoy the process of sewing. They've made a quilt for the project every year, and also one of the members, Veronica, has also made this beautiful quilt behind me, the English paper piece quilt behind me. So it's just so fantastic for us to have this building of relationship of people, and it really warms the quilting heart, really, to get to know these people and our customers a bit better. We just want to say a massive thank you to everybody who's been involved in the project for the last 4 years. It's just so inspiring to see the work that comes in every year. So a big thank you.
Massive thank you.
And if anybody is wants to get involved in the project, then just go to our website, alicecaroline.com, and you can see how to get involved.